children well.
Penny Sipes. She's here to talk to us about backpacks and providing a good start to children as they start off the new school year. Good morning, Penny.
Good morning, Wes.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to Bloom.
We came from Orange County about 5 years ago, and we went to one of the services on one of our weekend visits, and then we were not here a lot, but I read the Bloom notes. And over the year, I was very impressed with all of the wonderful things that Bloom does. How well they take care of not only their members, but the community, the service that goes on. So when we actually came out here more, then we started attending regularly. I joined a group called Social Actions and Missions. A young man named Jim Trout had just taken it over, so I agreed to co-chair it with him. Now, one of the things that they had just started doing was backpacks for needy children. And that really appealed to me. I've been a teacher for 40 years, and I have had experiences where children are at school with nothing.
Yeah.
Not even a notebook. It's very sad. Young children. So I came to the congregation and said that I really wanted to make a big deal about this. I really wanted to step it up instead of trying to do 10 backpacks. I went to the Palm Springs Unified School District and found out the most needy schools financially, and they said there were 9 of them. So Kevin, our minister, agreed that we could start spending more money, and we started 5 backpacks in each one of those 9 schools. So we now give out 5 backpacks per school, all filled with all their school supplies.
Wow.
So the children have everything they need to start the year.
Well, tell us, what are in those backpacks?
Oh, everything. Being a teacher, I know what the children should have. And I make sure that they have their pencils, their crayons, their glue sticks, their scissors, their notebooks, their erasers, everything that the child will be asked to have in school. Because the schools are in bad shape too. So a lot of times now the teachers have to ask the children to bring this stuff.
Yeah.
And these children that we're talking about usually don't even have enough food in the home.
Yes.
So to be there and not have their supplies and being singled out for the one that has to be given something because they have nothing, I couldn't stand it. So the congregation has been excellent. There was one gentleman one day, he put $20 in our small change jar. And I said, is it because of what I said about the children? And he said, no. He says, I was one of those children.
Wow.
And that really touched me.
Wow. That's beautiful. Is there any, other than that story, is there any one other story with the children that brings it all home for you, that lets you know that the course that you're on is absolutely the right course? I mean, we all know that, but is there any one experience that is just, or is it just every year the experience in totality of putting these together?
Well, there was one little boy when I first started this with Bloom, and I'm a substitute teacher now, and his teacher had said a note needed to be sent home. And he's a little first grader, and so that was my job to make sure the note went home. And I asked him to get his backpack, and he hung his head. He said, I don't have a backpack. I said, okay, give me your notebook. We'll staple it in your notebook. He said, I don't have a notebook. It broke my heart. I went out at lunchtime and bought him a notebook so that he'd have something to be able to take this home in. So it's watching these children have pride in themselves and feel that they are equal with the other children and confident. It really makes me feel really great. And it's just like the congregation has been so behind this project. We assemble the backpacks and all the supplies on Backpack Sunday. And the members of the congregation will line up and make an assembly line. And they're all very supportive of this as they put all the supplies in the backpack.
We love our Backpack Sundays. Tell us, what Sunday is Backpack Sunday?
It is next Sunday, the 29th of July. So we want everyone to come over and give us a hand. That would be really good. I did want to say one other thing too. Raising the money. These backpacks cost, and all their supplies cost almost $600. So going up a little bit every year. And the sad part about it is we lost Jim Trout a few years ago. And he was ill, and it was tragic having him pass away. But one thing he wanted done was for a memorial so that he could give to the children even after he was gone. So a lot of our money is still coming from Jim Trout, from the Jim Trout Memorial Fund. So we are very grateful that he was so generous.
We are very grateful because it allows us to be able to assemble these backpacks. It helps us to be able to help these children start off on equal footing each year with all the other kids. And a confident kid is a kid that can learn well.
Yes, that's very true.
Well, thank you, Penny, for being with us here this morning. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us here on Afterbloom, and I know how camera shy you are, so it was wonderful to have you here. Thank you. And everybody, be here next Sunday to help us fill those backpacks. It's very important. You help a child get a good start to the new school year. And once they have a good foundation, they can go anywhere they like. The world is their oyster, as they say.
That's true.
Well, thank you all for joining us here on Afterbloom, and we'll see you next time, and welcome.
Singing the national anthem tonight is Elaine Wang Meyerhopper. Elaine is from Bloom in the Desert Ministries, United Church of Christ, and Reconciling Methodist Congregation here in Palm Springs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elaine Wang Meyerhopper.
And with me is David Morrison, also from Bloom. Our country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee we sing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through